Hi folks, I've gotten a lot of requests to show you how we play Zombiegeddon by combining all of the zombie expansions into one big game with a bunch of my friends. First off, I do have all the expansions and I use them all, and secondly, we have about 15 people who play. My advice to people who don't have all the expansions, just try to whoop up something a little similar to what we do. You could do that. And if you're hurting on friends on playing, I advise you to start inviting them over to play. Basically just bring a bunch of newbies together and let them duke it out. It's always fun to have them learn together instead of a bunch of pros trying to beat them up. If I'm playing with them, I always play easy and try to let them win just to give them a little taste of what it's like to slay zombies. But anyway, how we do it is we divide it into groups of 5, these 15 people, and they start at each one of these expansions. Zombies 7, Zombies 8, and yes, even Martians is included because Zombiegeddon also includes Martians. Now, what the goal is for these 5 people is to advance to their expansion set and be the first 4 out of those 5 to get to the helipad. In Zombies 7, they're going to go off to Zombies 5. Now, why did I choose Zombies 5? Well, Zombies 7, as you know, is a very quick expansion, especially with those clown cars that help you move double. And Zombies 5 makes you deal with guts. And gut tokens incredibly slow down the game. So this way it'll balance it out so that they don't get finished before anyone else. For Zombies 8, that's pretty hard because they're in the straitjacket. It does take a little while to get out of that expansion. So I gave them a simple one like Zombies 3. And then for Martians, it's such a big set. There's nothing difficult about it, but it's such a big set, more tiles than the other 2. I gave them an easy one too. I gave them Zombies 2. Now, of course, each one of these have a helipad, which helped me out as well. So the first 4 out of each expansion to make it through to the helipad move on to our next level. Now, how do you decide who goes here, and who goes here? We drew straws or picked names out of a hat, basically, is what we did. But anyway, the next 12 who advance, they're going to go to our main set here in the city. And zombies. Now, of course, I'm going to add things like Zombies 6 and Zombies 10 to the deck because they add on to the city. Remember, there's 12 sewer tokens, so there's a sewer token for each of your players if you're playing with 12. Also, I'm going to add the promo cards to this set and Zombies 3.5 pack. Because you're playing with 12 people, there's going to be a lot of cards being used on this, so you need as many cards as you can. Also, at the end of this one, we're going to add Zombies 11. Now, what the new rule is for this year is once they make it and duke it out through the city, they're going to get to the building. They're going to rescue one of the 8 board members or kill the zombie CEO. Either way, they can advance to the next round. Now, saving the board members, they'd have to go and bring them to the helipad. If you kill the zombie CEO, all you have to do is just make it to the helipad. You don't have to worry about board members, carrying board members with you. One other thing I forgot to mention here on Martians, we said that if they take out the mothership, they can advance to the next level if the last person hasn't left through the helipad. So that's another way to advance, is to kill the mothership in Martians before the last person reaches the helipad. But in this one, they have to save the board members or kill the zombie CEO to advance to the next level. Now, there's only 9 total, so only 9 people out of the 12 can advance. So another process of elimination. Then they'd move to Zombies 9, the graveyard. And moving through the graveyard, they go to Zombies 4, which is in the woods, and they would try to dispel the evil into the cabin, go into the cabin, dispel the evil, and the first 6 to do that, move on. Another process of elimination. Our last round here, where they play medieval. And first off, they start in the castle. They go through and get the Nomicron in the graveyard, then go back to the dungeon to dispel the evil. The first one to does that wins Zombiegeddon. Now, I also took humans, and we took some of the pieces out of humans and combined them to the game. I took the zombies out of the humans. I make them a 5 or a 6 to kill, and I laid them out throughout the whole game. For instance, in Zombies 2, on the army base, you have the naval captain. He's going to guard, it's going to be full of naval captain zombies on the helipad. So there are 5 or 6 to kill. So it makes it hard to get to the helipad and get through and get out. for Zombies 3, I said the wrestler came to promote his new show at the mall. So the wrestling zombies, they'll guard the helipad in 3. And then, of course, the obvious choice for Zombies 5 at the college campus was, duh, the cheerleader, right? So 5 or 6 to kill, she'll be waiting for you when you come to the helipad. Now, throughout the big board game, I didn't put any necessarily on the helipad. You can put a mismatch of other ones, but I actually have these throughout the board game. For instance, the lawyers, they're going to be in the police station and in the bank as well, of course. In Zombie 6, you had that music store. So in the music stores, there's going to be the musician zombie. He's going to be rocking out there. And the subway stations, you're going to have minor zombies in all of those, 5 or 6 to kill. And of course, in places like the hospital or the pharmacy, there's Dr. Zombie coming in. So these are 5 and 6. It makes the game a lot harder, of course. Now, talking about hard, each level's got to be harder, right? So the next level of Zombies 9 and 4, to make it to up the ante on this, I butchered pieces from other games from Twilight Creations. One was Bump in the Night. I basically took some of the characters from Bump in the Night and I'm going to add them to our graveyard. What you have here is in the pet cemetery, on top of dogs, you're going to have cats and bats. And just like the zombie dog, they're going to be able to travel 2 spaces per turn, and they cost a 5 or a 6 to kill. Now, just like the zombie dogs, though, they only take off half a life. Also, from Bump in the Night is the Grim Reapers and Spooks. And I've added them to the list here. These are all to scale, so it fits in with your Zombies game. And I said they are a 2 in movement as well. But they count as a 6 to kill, because, I mean, dang, how do you kill death? So they're a 6 to kill, and they're always wandering around that graveyard. So I've made the graveyard incredibly hard for these 9 people moving on. But that's not nothing. In Zombies 4, I butchered some pieces from Little Dead Riding Hood, or actually one piece. Ooh, the werewolf zombie. And the werewolf zombie, he's going to appear in the cabin and try to, stop people. Also, we changed the meaning of Full Moon Fever, that card Full Moon Fever. We're going to say they can lay down, I think it was about 6 of these puppies each. And that way it makes the game a lot harder with a bunch of werewolf zombies running around the woods with the dogs and everything. Now, with the werewolf zombies, they're incredibly hard. It gets harder and harder. They count as a 7 to kill, and they can move 3 spaces at once. Because, dang, they're a werewolf zombie. Of course they're moving fast, and of course they're hard to kill. These pieces are a little bit bigger than the shotgun guy, but they should be, because werewolf zombies are enormous. Okay, and then of course nothing special in the medieval ones, because by the end of the game, people are just wanting to finish it up. Okay, so that's it for my review. That's all the games. I was going to actually bring them all out and set up the board, but that would take me too long, too many hours. Probably when we play this year Zombiegeddon, halfway through it, I may film what our board looks like. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm glad to help. Okay, that's all for now. See ya.